Holy moly, people. Oh my God. And thank you to, my connection is now stable. Great. Now I'm getting an error saying my connection is unstable. Can you guys see and hear me okay? I'm so sorry. I'm an hour late. Jean came to the rescue and figured out what was wrong with this thing. Oh my God. No, Jean, I have your connection is unstable. Please wait while we try reconnecting. Error message. Oh, shoot me now. Oh my goodness. I almost gave up and postponed the stencil sale. Jean to the rescue. Oh my gosh. That is so frustrating. It took me over an hour to get this damn thing going. So right off the bat, let's get started, guys. The code is summer 25. These are I'm going to show you Joan's new stencils. Let me try to get this out here a little bit. I'll show you all her new designs. I think there's like 27 of them being launched. This sale, 24. Sorry, 24. It's going to run until now till Sunday night Eastern time. 25% off your entire order for the entire website, not just Joan's, not just my stencils. You get a free stencil for an order of $50. This is the same. The only thing different in this sale is the coupon code, and you're getting 25% instead of 20%. So that's a huge deal. Sherry only does the 20%, the 25% every so often. So anyway, I'm rattled. So who knows how my brain's going to connect to this one, but what a hard time getting on board or getting up and running. This is Joan's freebie this time, and it's still packaged. This is another one of her kind of bookmark stencils where these each can be cut apart and used separately, but they're cut and printed on this one piece of Mylar, right? So that's the freebie. If you have $50 after discount of purchases. So, oh Lordy, let's get going. I'm getting too old to get rattled like this. I said a lot of bad words in the last hour. You can believe that. So who's here? Zandra, Joan, the musical scrapper, my hero, Laurie, CB, Dot, Shauna. I don't know if you guys have been hanging around for an hour or you just happened to catch me live, but hey, Terry. What a freaking see can be cut apart, different size cards or whatever you want to do, different size jelly plates. That's Abstract Duo. And hey, Lori, Kimberly. Oh, I like this one. This is called Bricked Up. That's really cool. You can this almost looks 3D when you're seeing it in person. Hey, Eileen. It's really Patty. Finally, I'm over an hour late with technical problems. I was ready to hurl my computer out the basement window, and Jean came to my rescue. This is called Quirky Hearts. Lots of possibilities with that one. This one is called Twigged, I guess because these look like little sticks. And I think this one's just called Variety. That's a cool mishmash of stuff. All these straight lines in here, I love those little bits like that. They're really useful. This one is Tribal Trellis. Has a lot of little marks in there when you look at it really close. This one's called Scattered. Hey, Glenda. Hey, Katrina. Welcome back. Reflective. I love this one. Even just one of those on a bookmark or on a card or down the side of a journal page would really look cute, I think. But what the hell do I know? Propelled. You know, I like this one. There's a lot of little cool bits in there where the intersections are and between the intersections. This one's a wide open one. Pipe worked circles. Manic Madness. I love this one. I love that one. This one's really cool too. Lacy Lattice. Look at that. These are really fun, Joan. Really cool. This one too, Imaginary. And when you go to the iStencils website, look under my heading for Patty Parrish, and you'll see Joan Smithy's designs under my heading. You'll see hers have, let's see what this says, PTP Stencils by Joan Smithy's. These are all Joan's designs, and they have her JS number on there. Those are Joan's. Summer 25, that's the code, CB. You do what I do. I go out and load up the cart. Worry about the code later. This one's called Entangled. That's really interesting. CB's an experienced stencil shopper. This one's called Diamond Tracks. Oh, thanks, Z. Oh, this one has a little bit in there that didn't pop out. Get rid of that. This one is called, this one's a mask. Diamond Connections. That's cool. Lori. Hey, April. April, I wanted to thank you again for your donations to my door prize pile I had this year. Everybody loved, the winners especially really loved what they got and appreciated it. This one's called Chicken Wire. I saw a video on YouTube of how they make chicken wire. It was kind of mesmerizing how that worked. We did. We had a really good time this year. Channels. I like that one. That one speaks to me. I can't remember who won yours. Joan, CB. I don't know who else is here. Might remember. This one's called Abstract Confusion. Very cool. Oh, look at this one. Oh, cool. Oh, hang on, the name's on the back of it. Mixed Media Cappuccino. Look at those cool ones. Of course, you can cut them apart or leave them all together, depending on what you want to use them for. That's a cool one. Oh, those, CB, those were from a Peachy Press. Those, the ones you won, those separate individual half pans, they were from Peachy Press. April sent me those two, they were tins about this big that had 6 full tubes of Renaissance watercolor in them. And she sent me 2 of those. She sent me something else too. Good Lord, my brain's locking up. This is like an ATC one. ATC Mixed Media #1. I think that means there's a #2 coming sometime in the future. But those ATC lovers out there, there you go. There you go. Oops. Old triangles. Yes, a tin with 12 pans in it. Yes, you did. Yep. My brain's not what it used to be, obviously. It was Shelly's mom. It might have been her. This one is called Bespoked Wheel. Everybody likes circles. And last but not least, this is one of my favorites, actually. Sherry sent me some for giveaways last week, and this one I saw in the bunch and thought, ooh, Mama liked that one. This one's called Tumbleweed. I am April, but I go back Monday. Almost over. 2 months flew by, but I am feeling a lot better, so that's good. Yeah, this one's really cool. So, all right, what's in here? Nothing. There's something to keep the rats out of your basement. Oh my goodness. My brain is like still a little wobbly. Okay, let's start slinging some paint down here. We were supposed to go to dinner with friends tonight, and then when I saw how long my IT issues were taking, I had to call and cancel. Hey, Tam. Welcome. At Crusty Bits on my Crusty Bits. Good night. See, all this I could have gotten done beforehand if I wasn't in my IT panic. Okay. My goodness. Let's throw some paint down, shall we? If I was Tumbleweed, what color would I be? I think I'd be some kind of greeny brown, wouldn't I? What colors do I have out here? Oops. Nothing greeny brown. Oh, I do have a brown. Let's just do something really out of my comfort zone. Joan is Joan Smithies is on here as one of my mods. These are, for those not familiar, Joan is the designer of all these stencils I'll be demoing. And she is, oh, did she drop off? Then they're headed to the airport. They fly at 8:20 tonight back home. Oh, there she is. Not yet. Yeah, they'll be heading out to the airport pretty soon and have a long journey back home to England. Paint booger. Trying to keep up on chat. Where's my hang on. There we go. put a little. Hey, Barb. You just missed an hour's worth of technical difficulties and panic. Oops. Oh, great. Here we are, off to a flying start. Trying to read chat. Fumbled my paint. Not surprising at this point. All right, let's get a little of this whooped up on here. I took all my roll-off sheets from the last sale into CB last week. She likes to use my crusty bits in my all these pages that I produce when I stream and jelly plate. All right, let's have a look-see at this one. Katrina, oh my goodness, are you okay? Well, clearly you're better if you're here with us. That's good to know. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Joan, let me know when you make it home safely. They have quite the journey. You have to fly all the way to Heathrow, another flight to Manchester, and then a 2-hour drive by car to get home. Not my favorite color combination, although I know Jean will like this one. And Eileen, if she's still around. But cool design. Here's the code for those who've just come in. Summer 25 will get you 25% off the entire iStencils website. And you can find all of Joan's designs under my Patty Parish heading. But this sale is for the entire site. They have way over 3,000 designs on their site now. KP, Kristen Powers, who's a friend of mine that she does my rubber stamps, manufactures those. She has had her line on iStencils for quite a while too. Badass stencils, those are really cool. I really like those. Actually, I have some in my stash over here. I'm just picking up the little bit. Oh, I like that one even better. Ghost print. Spooky ghost print. I like that one. Oops, even better. All right, now I'm just going to start a scrap piece of deli. Pick up what's on here, and I'm going to clean my stencil. And I'm just going to put this one off to the side and reuse that. Although, look how cool that one is. That's what was under the stencil. So you get the reverse design. I like that. And let's see. Grab another one. I want to try this one. I have all different kinds of paints out here. This is a Lucas Krill liquid. Let's see. Let's do something strange. I'm a little out of box today with my color choices. Let's do that. It's going to give us some green mixed in there. Oh, I'm on a green kick. Okay, this is Abstract Confusion. That could be the story of my life. My biography or my memoir could be named that. Be very accurate. Ooh, aren't you yummy? Very cool. Keep this piece to pick this up on again. Joan, bye. It was great seeing you and Paul again. Have a safe journey. Let me know when you get home. I'm just going to clean the plate with these. I'm going to go kind of quickly since I'm so far behind. I should have put some vodka in my iced tea instead of mint leaves. I can use a little snort. Oh, you know what? I could use one of those mudslides. Patty, I think your video setting on your Manicam is not to hiding because your video window is square. Oh, you're right. Hang on. Did that help? It looks like settings changed that I've never touched. There you go. Okay, cool. Thank you. See, I'm watching my Manicam window, not the window that you're seeing. So thank you very much. All right, let's grab another. Let me get one of these here. This one's called Imaginary. This is a PBO red blue. And you know what? Let's throw a little bit of this. I pulled these out. I don't think I've ever used them. Deco Art Extreme Sheen. Once I started playing with watercolors, all my acrylic is sitting there not doing much. Except for when I do these. You know what? I think my my whole system updated unbeknownst to me. I was putting off doing the last operating system update. And I think, I don't know if the time reset quite a few things. Hang on, let me grab a paper towel. I think there's a little schmutz coming out of this now. Since it sat for so long, let me see what that's going to be like. All right, we'll give it a little try. We'll see how that goes. All right. Maybe that's what hosed me up in the first place then, Jean. I didn't even think about that. It's been a busy week with the retreat and all that stuff, so I totally forgot about that. I'm going to do this one on black since that's all shiny. Ooh, look at you. Oh, you know, with that PBO being that red blue, look how much of that blue is showing through on the black. Isn't that cool? I like that stencil too. That would you could even use like on a bookmark long skinny card or something. I love that little bit with just the lines go in different directions too. Oh, Mama liked that one. Okay, I'm gonna I'm going to use black to clean off the stencil and see if either one of these sides come up. Keepable. They are really nice, Katrina. Joan is a machine creating. She made so many things at the retreat. So there's the one side that's just to clean up. There's the other side. Look at this one, how much more orangey red and the gold. And this one is more blue. Isn't that weird? And they're both on black. That's really odd. I'm easily entertained these days. That's all I can say. You know what I'm going to do for this one? Let's see if I can pick this up. I'm going to do something different. So watercolor, right? Oh, Lord. I got a few of these laying here. These are watercolor on Yupo that I just did mindlessly throwing paint at the retreat. Right, so you can see that lunar black, how it separates. Not that this is something that you need to see, but I played with some of this, and I thought, let's get some Cascade green in there. I know you like that, Jean. Right, so here's these, and then here's this one in my colors. I love that lunar black and what it does. All right, so I think I'm going to take one of these and lift some watercolor through a stencil. So let's try these. Thanks, Dot. They're so easy to, well, you guys have seen me do these before. I don't have to tell you. Trying to see where it might make sense to do this and wipe this back. Or this might be, you know what? This one might be too open. I might lose too much. Hang on. Let me think about this before I just dive in. Hey, Carrie Ann. Hang on. I want one that's kind of open. Oh, kind of not. So those coming in, the code for the sale is summer 25, 25% off the entire iStencil site. And I've got 24 new designs of Jones. Oh, this one might look cool. Oh, this one. Let's do this one. I don't know which one I want to do. I want to do them all. I want to do them all. I'm going to do this one. And what bit do I want to do? I can just scatter it around, can't I? Yes, I can. Let me get a baby wipe. It's not so wet. You don't want this too wet. So some baby wipes are real juicy. That will cause the watercolor to reactivate and run under the design and kind of cloud it up, make it not as crisp. This one might be just right, actually. And as I do it, I'm going to turn it to not just re-wet the paint or re-wipe the paint around. Let me zoom this in a little bit. Try to get it in here. All right. So I'm just going to do little bits here and there. Let's do this area right here. Some colors wipe back cleaner than others. Some leave a stain on the Yupo, but they wipe off pretty easily on Yupo. You can also do this on watercolor paper, but it is a little bit more difficult because of especially if it's cold pressed, because it's the rough nature of the paper. It's kind of hard to get it off of there. And I'm just going to let that sit there. And I'm going to let's do these straight lines here. And these diagonal lines right there in that little cluster. This is a cool one because you can pick and choose. Well, let's do these since we're doing the lines. Right? This will look cool when I lift it up. Hang on here. Let's do this little bit in here. You can get it pretty crisp doing it this way. All right. Let's do this little bit here. I'm not watching chat as I'm doing this, so if I'm missing anything, come back. Oh, you know what we're going to do? Almost forgot. Z, if you're, or whoever's on multiple streams, Sherry gave me a $25 gift certificate to give away on each of my 4 streams coming up. Hey, Kia. So I'm going to, at a random time, have everybody pick a number. And the closest one, I'll ask you to email me your email address, which I will forward to Sherry. And she'll send you an email to confirm a gift certificate for $25 to be used at another time after this sale. Okay. So now, dun, dun, dun. Let's try to have a big reveal. I just did little bits here and there. But you can see how that lifted almost back to white and put the pattern down. All right, pretty cool, right? Me likey. Actually, you know what? Since I'm doing it and I was curious about this one corner is like all pinks and it's kind of arched. So just for gigs, or as we used to say back in the hood, shits and giggles, let's try doing that. See what happens. Oops. This one's getting kind of full of paint. Turn it a certain way and I feel like I'm putting more paint down than I'm lifting up. I just want you to have the idea. I'm not trying to make this a perfect piece. Right? There you go. Right? I could wipe that back cleaner if I wanted to take the time and get it down to white, but you get it. Right? So let's put that one up for a while. That's this one. Oh, that's another thing you can do. When you get something, a baby wipe all painted up with watercolor, you can just take it on the stencil. I was trying to wipe the stencil off, but in doing so, I reminded myself of this to put a little ghost image out there, right? Just using the paint that's already wiped up on the baby wipe. Groovy. Alamap. Alamap. That's a new name. Welcome. I will show you the, we're demoing iStencils for a new release for Joan Smithy's Designs. Summer 25 is the code. And if you go to iStencil.com and look under my Patty Parish heading, you'll find Joan's Designs there. But this code is for the entire website, which is, I bet they're getting near 4,000 designs now, because I was saying 3,000, over 3,000 years ago. They've got a ton more out there now. So let's do this one. Look how cool this is. Look how cool that is. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of this. And maybe a couple little blots of something darker. This one's called Lacy Lattice. It's number 57. JS 57 for Joan Smithies. I am too, Jean. I was supposed to be done by now and headed to dinner with some friends. Larloo! I'm going to do this one on deli paper because some of these holes are kind of fine and I can see. Well, the code here, Laurie, I'm going to give you the nutshell right there. Summer 25, that's the code. You can catch up on the rest later after you get your bus ride back home. But that's the important part. I love how you can see through the deli and know, like right there, I missed some. And I can get that little tiny bit in there to make sure I get the whole kit and caboodle. Oh, look at you. That's funny when you print this and then you look at it and now you see these diamonds are showing up more distinct than the overall design is when you look at the stencil. That doesn't grab me as much as the overall design. That's really cool. That's a lot of possibilities in there. And I'm going to take this and try to clean out the holes. I got an idea. I want to try to clean this up as much as I can. I'm just going to throw this on here and clean it up that way for right this minute. Uh-oh. Jillian not feeling well? I'm going to put a little black over this. I don't know if this... Oh! What the hell? Look how that's separated. Oh my gosh, look at that. Can you see how? No, you probably can't with the glare. That's like pure oil running around in there. It's the binder. Okay, that one's going in the... Try to get most of that up. Maybe I can still save the print mostly. Oh, this is going to be one of those what not to do streams. I can see it already. I need to get some more black paint. That came out a little quicker than I wanted it to, too. So I don't know if this is going to print the way I want it to or not. We'll see. Okay, let's try this on deli. See what happens. Watch, it's probably just going to pick up the black because I didn't really let it wait to let it, pardon me, dry long enough. Well, I got more than I thought, although it's a very subtle design. The coloration looks cool in there, so you can see that variety of color. Good background. Put that somewhere where that can dry. Real nice. That's very wet. This one, I'm just going to pick up some of those sticky bits off of there. And I think I'll do a cleanup print. Ooh, icky. Hey, Amalia. Welcome, my friend. Amalia, here's the code, summer 25, 25% off the entire site. And if you spend $50 after the discount, you get a free stencil. And that design is somewhere buried in my pile over here. Let's see if I can find it. It's one of the bookmark stencils. Well, I don't know where that got to. And this one I want to do. Well, when I find it, I'll show you. Oh, I won't tell. Mum's the word, Amalia. Mum's the word, my friend. Okay, let's... Hang on, let me look at something here. I was thinking about doing a little pop of black on something. That might cover too much of it. I'll wait for that. Okay, I'm going to let this dry for a second here. While I'm doing that, let me root up here and see if I can find something on watercolor paper. Here, this. This is on a real heavy 300-pound piece that I did on a pour that went kind of bad. Well, not a pour, but a watercolor where I soaked the whole paper. It literally submerged it in water, and then I threw all kind of stuff at it. Parts of it are really cool. Parts of it, not so much. But let's see if we can wipe up this one while I wait for the plate to dry. Let's go somewhere over in here. I'm going to use this one. This one's called Reflective. Clever name, Joan, since it's a reverse image. What's Sandra doing now? Taking a 2-day class, Saturday and Sunday with Diane at Ranger. Oh, listen to you. All right, let's see how much this one wipes up off of this water. And this is all different kinds of watercolor, liquid watercolor. Actually, there's some inks in this one too. So I don't know, it's being very difficult to lift. It might just be a little bit of a shadow. It's lifting something. But the Yupo, I mean, that wipes up so easily. It's effortless. It's almost, you need to be mindful how hard you do push on it on the Yupo, because you'll hose it up. I may be hosing this one up because it's keep shifting on me. I need to get some What is a good brand of spray adhesive that's not permanent? So you can like place a stencil over something and then pull it back off again. Anybody know what a good brand and what that stuff's called? That's what I need to get for doing this kind of thing. This is really being stubborn. Wow, you can barely see it. I can't hardly see it. I don't think you're going to. There, you can see a little bit. Really difficult. Now I wonder. Let's get crazier. I'm going to put it over here. Let me find a flat. This is kind of curled. Let me find another flat space. This one's kind of flat. Let me go right here. And I'm going to spray it. Krylon has a repositional spray glue. That's what I need. All right, let's just put a little water down there. You said Diane Reevely. That's what kind of reminded me for re-wetting stuff like that with her inks, that you can do her ghosting technique. Pixie stencil spray is the best. Judy. Hi, Judy. Pixie I'm going to write that down because I'll forget it in about 3 seconds from now. Give me a pen. Give me a pen. Pixie. All right. Thank you. I wonder if that's something. I've never heard of that before. I'm guessing you can buy it in the U.S. I believe you, Judy. See, just a little bit of that came through there. Wow. You can't even see it. It must be this paper. This is heavy paper. That's the 300 pound, not 300 GSM, which is 140 pound. This is the 300 pound. I don't know how many GSM that is, but a lot more. Well, that one's not lifting up too well. I should have another piece of crappy watercolor here that I've done that I don't like. It's all that heavy stuff. Oh, well, I'll find something for another day. The lighter weight watercolor paper is easier. I've done that before. But that may have some ink mixed in there as well. Hey, Jean. My neighbor, how are you? My neighbor, Jean. Okay, this should be dry. Let's clean this bad boy up with a little Titan buff. I'm just going to put a little in there because I want a real thin layer. Otherwise, if I put it on real thick like I normally do, thick like my head, it will just pull up the Titan buff and leave the crusty bits still on the plate. So you're going to make sure they're dry and then put this down and then really give it a good schmutz. Oh, you weren't the only one late. I was late. It took me over an hour to sort out my technical issues. And really, it was Jean, Musical Scrapper, that sorted them out for me. All thumbs. That's what I always say. That's how I like my men, tight and buff. I say it so many times, I thought I'd give everybody a break. Welcome. That's a new name. So here, Jean, is the code, summer25, 25% off your entire order at iStencils.com. And I'm showing 24 of Jones, too many Jeans and Jones, Jones new designs, which are found under my Patty Parrish heading there. Thought you were original. I always think that. I never am. I'm sure somebody said it before me. They name a paint that, they're almost asking for a comment. You got to really schmutz these down pretty good. All right. There we go. I now have a clean plate and shadows of all kind of good stuff in there. They're sometimes my favorites, the cleanups. Thank you. These are actually Joan Smithy designs, but they're found under my heading on the website. Brain freeze, telling you, Lordy. Joan was just here, but she is on her way to the airport to board a plane back home to the UK. She was here this week for my little art retreat deal. So we did a different thing this year. I had a smaller group and I had a different setup, and it's pretty fun. All right, let's try this one, Quirky Hearts. I wonder if that would do, that's probably too much open stuff to do a patina print. This would make a cool patina print just with that design. Let's do that. Let's do this one again. What is this called? Reflections or something? Reflective. Oh, Lord. All right, so I got to do a black print. I had to think for a minute. How do I do this? Put down a layer of black. You don't want it too thick and you don't want it too thin. Thin is worse than thick in this case, though. All right. Now, oh, thanks, Judy. I have been actually on a 2-month leave of absence from work. Was not feeling very well, and my boss said he thought I should take some downtime to get rested and get better. So I go back to work Monday, actually. So now I'm going to lift a print of the black, and I want the print to really clean every hole because I'm going to go back and all these little dots around here, I want to make sure they all get cleaned out. Get all these little smiles done. And this isn't going to do it. I'm going to have to go back and do another pull to get that cleaned out. But that's one. And so you can see that's a cool design on there. All right. And now see all the black still down there? I'm going to use this piece and see what I can pull up the rest. I can see where there's some little bits that we missed. Some of these smiles, see them coming through there? The smaller holes are trickier to get. You got to kind of go back and fight them a little bit sometimes. Coax the paint out of there. Okay. CB Oakley has not been the same since your visit. Although you didn't get, hey Peg, I am feeling much better, thanks. Wore myself to a frazzle. Um, yeah, you guys only got to play with Oakley through the gate. Hey, Susan. It is weird. It's very weird. But I didn't realize how poorly I was really feeling until my first week off, and I didn't have anything that I had to do. I mean, I've worked since I was 13 and I'm 62. So you do the math. That's a long time. And, ooh, look at that one. I like that one. Now, hang on. Let me think. Let's take, I want the green blue. These are PBO Dynacolors. The paint's one color with the shimmer another color, and this is green blue. And I'm going to put just a little bit down, and I want this to fill in the holes. A little bit of green in with this one. Well, yeah, there was too many people there that aren't as fond and willing to get slobbered on, tackled, and roughhoused with as you are, that I was concerned about, him. He's not mean. He's just rough. Oh, look, here's another one for CB. So now I'm going to go back and try to lift. Oh, that's a lot of paint. Try to lift some of this extra paint off so you can start to see the design underneath. Right? See how that's starting to come through? I'm not putting any pressure on this. I'm just letting the weight of the roller go across that and pick up some extra paint. You can still see some little puckery bits over there I'm going to get rid of. And that kind of makes a cool little, with those PBOs mixed up with black, that makes some cool little, I'll put that over in the CB pile. She likes some scraps. Oh, yes, I did, Dot. It was quite the spectacle. And had some people on the staff coming up for a look once they heard about it. He was so good today, CB, when I came down the basement to start to get set up, unpack some stuff from the retreat and, get all my things together. We don't let him in the basement unattended to because he's just too curious. He'll eat anything, and that's just how it is. So he'll lay at the top of it's a split foyer, so he'll lay midway on that platform and just look down the steps and listen to me. And then I was down here for almost a half an hour, and I heard his leash jingle and his collar jingling a little bit. I thought, where's that little shit gonna go? And then I peeked around the corner, and he was standing on the basement level, but still inside the door. And just kind of looking and peeking around. He peeked around the corner at me. And I said, that's a really nice boy, but you have to lay down. There's boo-boos out here. You can't come out here. And he laid down at the bottom landing and had his toenails just across the threshold just a little bit. And he laid there. And for the rest of the time I was down here, when I go by him, I'd stop and hug and kiss on him, tell him what a good boy he was. Most of the time he's a brat, but he was a good boy. Yeah, Tam, he might get the frog. He'll eat prints. This one I'm really giving this a good rub. I want it to pick up everything, please. Yep, it looks like it's gonna. Yep, maybe it'll be a good print. Let's see. I'm not sure if this design was the best one, but oh yeah, that's pretty cool. It was real fine design in here, so you don't see a lot of those lines, like these lines right here and the dots. You can see them faintly, but you can't you can't see all of them. But even if you cut out these individually, like in a collage or a whole strip of these, that would be kind of cool. Let's see. Running out of space already. There's another one for you, CB. I guess I'll have to mail these to you at some point before next year. Have you used the tumbleweed? I did. I think that's the first one I did, Peg. Hang on, let me see if I can figure out where the heck it is. Here was the ghost print of it. It's a really cool one. And this was the first print that I did on Deli. I had some of the PBO in there to make it a little shiny. But that's the tumbleweed one. Oops. I'm going to put that there. Put that over there, out of harm's way. All right, let's see what else we got here. What do we got? What do we got? Back to this one. I started to do this one, Quirky Hearts. You know what? I pulled these out. I got these eons ago over at the Queen's Ink. Teal and purple, of course. Still was into teal and purple eons ago. And they are Maya Gold, Viva Maya Gold. And that's all it says. They're very shiny. So let's see what these do. Oh, I don't even know if that's still good paint. Let's see. This might be a disaster. Oh, that's almost hollow. This is a purple called Lilac. I don't know how these are going to roll on the plate. These are a completely different consistency. And this one's called Turquoise. Shocker. Ooh, look how pretty that is. Look how pretty you are. It's more green in person than this, but ooh, that's pretty. Why haven't I used these? As many supplies in my stash say, why don't you use me? Bye, Terry. I'll be on every day till Sunday. I'm going to stream tomorrow. I'm planning to stream at noon. There's a contractor coming to the house. Depending on when they get finished, I may have to change that time. But right now, I'm mentally hoping that it's around noon. And then, ooh, that's really thick. Saturday, 5 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. That's my plan. Holy macaroni, this is... That's shiny, but it's very snotty consistency. They are really pretty. They're by Viva, called Maya Gold, and I bought this years ago. I don't know if they're still available. They're German, I think. I got them at Queen's Ink. I'm going to do that one on black. I don't know. I might be able to use them for that, Z. But they're, I'm pretty sure they were an acrylic of some sort. Hey, Sharon. Oh, Sharon, the coupon code is summer25. 25% off plus the free shipping in the US for orders over 50, which is always their deal at iStencils. And then a free stencil for an order over 50 as well. And these are all Joan's latest designs. Oh, look at you. Ooh, they're pretty. They're pretty. I like that stencil too. That was a nice pull on that one. No, I like that one. So I'm going to try to clean this up so that when I pull underneath the paint that's under the stencil, hopefully I'll get a more crisp design. Hey, Xander, you remember me telling you I was trying to figure out how to order those Aquarius watercolors that I saw demoed that were only available in Europe? Remember that whole debacle? Well, with Sade Saves the Day help, I finally figured out how to get that done, and they arrived today. It only was like 2 full days or 3 days to get them here from Spain. Summer 25, Sharon. I know, it was really fast. And they were reasonably priced, and the exchange rate was not bad. So I'm anxious to open them. Actually, I have one of the ocean blues sitting here that I got unwrapped before my technical difficulties. And I can't wait to get my wet brush in that rascal because that looked really cool. Oh, look, see, that's the kind that dries really quickly on there. So let's see what I got on this one. Ooh, look at you. That's be cool. APG Jamie. I know you're a stencil girl. These are Joan's new designs that I'm showing, 24 of them. The code is summer25. All the same deal as in the past with a free stencil and free shipping in the US for $50 orders. All righty, let's see. Let's do this one. Entangled. Let us see here. This is another, I found this tube of PBO. It's called Studio Gouache. And I think I used this before and did not like it. But I'm going to use it again. Because that's the kind of girl I am. It's not gouache like watercolor gouache, I don't think. In all kind of languages. Concentrate and opaque. Colors remain vivid even after they dry. Paint is rich and fine. It's great for any illustration and decorative work. Well, we're going to see how she works on the jelly plate. Yep, I do remember this one as being quite snotty. Consistency. Oh, Lord, look at that. Did you see how that pulled in ribbons? Oh, my. Wow, that's just forming in. Look at my roller with the peaks of it all over it. Can you see the texture? Hang on. Looks kind of cool, but a little too textury to get a nice smooth roll. Oh, look on here, it's coming off blue. All right, let's get this bad boy down here. This one is Entangled, number 59. I'm going to do that on black, of course. Oh, they do have the Maya Gold paints. Cool. What is your name, Thumbs? Your first name will do. Not trying to get too personal. I just hate to call y'all Thumbs. Unless you really want me to. Oh, look at that. It wiped off real pink. I think that was that. Oop. Wow. Purple. Purple, it's got, it kind of shifts like to a pink and almost a blue in there. See that shift? That's a cool design now. Robin. Hello, Robin. All right. So that was a surprise on the black, how vivid it came out. Yeah, that's a cool print. Okay, well, I'm going to have to get the black out again because I don't think it's going to show up on white. It's kind of like an interference kind of deal. And this side, I think, is going to be almost dry, but we'll see. Lord knows I've been wrong before. I know that's a shocker to most, to no one. Oh, see, and I'm wrong. It was still wet enough to get a print on it. Look how, like, fluorescent. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Something looks darker in here. Am I passing out, or did the lighting change? Did the lighting change to you guys? I feel like it did. Does it look different to anybody else, the lighting? Look how vivid that is. It's bright. Oh, okay. Well, apparently I'm getting ready to pass out then. It's okay. That's even cool, CB. Look at all those little bits in there for you. Maybe it's my laptop. Definitely looks darker. But it's plugged in. It's charging. It didn't time out like it's going to go to a screen. Hey, Robin. There's another Robin. Hello, my dear. Actually, you know what, Cece? I'm going to throw this one on the side now because that one looks pretty cool. As is. All right. Next up, Diamond Tracks. All right. Let's see what we're going to do with you, my little lovely. Oh, I remember this combination. It was Liquid Tech Basics, bright aqua green, and primary blue. This made a pretty... Oh, geez, that's pouring out of there. Good Lord. That's going to be too much paint, people. All right, I'm going to use a piece of deli. Bratty Patty, hello. There you go. My computer is definitely not as bright as it was. Or am I? Blame it all on the computer. Please tell me the old gal isn't going out on me. Very strange. Indeed. It's probably about 5 years old now. I guess I'm going to have to expect something to happen at some point soon. All right, I'm just going to clean this one off on this mishmash of prints on this piece of deli. That's still, I'm going to get rid of this one. It still isn't picking a lot of that up because it's getting too wet. Hey, Lori. Yeah, there's still a lot of paint on there. Okay, so let's, you know what I'm going to do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me, hang on, I'm going to grab a little piece of bee paper right here, and I'm going to dip a brush into this Aquarius Ocean Blue is the name of this color. I can't stand it any longer. And then I'm just going to make some splots on here, and then I'll go back and try to lift it off with a stencil. Hey, Vicki. I had technical difficulties and was an hour and 5 minutes late going live. It's only thanks to Jean that I'm here now. I'm going to add a little water to that and see what happens here. This is a beautiful color. It looked like it went down to almost like a cascade greenish kind of thing, how that does. I'm not doing anything other than painting a big swatch with a variety of different amounts of water just to see this color. That's a beautiful color. I'm anxious to see when it dries what it's going to do. Let's do this. Let's do some wet on wet with that down here. Just in a blob, not painting anything. I just want to have something to lift. It's a fake robocall. Call from Jefferson. What an artiste I am. Okay. That's all. Just wanted to get some down there. All right, set this aside. Yep, there is a little bit of green coming up in this. For those of you who may be interested, I'm going to swatch these sometime very soon. Uh-oh, what happened to Joan? Hang on, I'm reading the chat. I will, Z. I'll send you the sites. Well, I missed what happened. I guess I'm hoping nothing happened to Joan. Unless you're just talking about her having to leave early for the airport. Well, she's international too, so she's got to be there early. But yeah, they have a lot of baggage. And she's bringing your stamps, Dorothy, that you bought from me. Oh, a 3.5-hour delay. Oh, sweet Lord. Holy crap. That means they're not going to go till almost midnight then. Oh my gosh. Well, hang on. Is it a 3.5-hour delay or is it 3.5 hours from now? Because her flight is 8:20. That was the scheduled flight. So the question is it a delay 3.5 more hours past that till midnight? Or she's talking about from now to when she flies being 3 hours. That's a big difference. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, let me let that dry. Put it down, back away from the watercolor. Fight your desires and instincts. Story of my life. Yeah, you can see that blue separate a little bit when it dries from the... Hello? And these are all full pans too, Z, not half. No delay. It's, oh, okay, it's on time. So she's leaving. Yes, they were planning on leaving because they have to wait for the hotel shuttle. If all the shuttles are out deployed on other pickups, they have to wait so they can put their request in that they want to get picked up, whatever, 5 o'clock. It may or may not be there at 5. It will be there shortly thereafter, but they have to allow for that. They upgraded them on the way over, Dorothy. Did you hear that? They bumped them up to business class. They had lay-down seats and were feeding them alcohol and food and snacks and steak and drinks. And they got the royal treatment coming over. Okay, what the hell are we doing? Let's go back to this. I'm going to try this one. This mask is called Diamond Connections. Oh, okay. I see the diamonds in here. Let's say, why is this called diamonds? It looks like circles to me. There are diamonds in there. I knew she had it right. I just couldn't see it. I do too. That's a long day. They've had a long 11 days here. I did get to take them to a couple of museums this week. And Dave and I had them out to dinner a couple times with their extra days that were here. Okay, so let's see. What are we going to do? Look at this pretty little color here. Lucas, what is this called? Arctic. Oh, you know, I did a painting with some of this upstairs. It's hanging on the wall. A little mixed media number. It's just a faint turquoise. I mean, really faint. So what would look good with you? Let's do some of this. So let's see how it spits out. Let's try that. That's one of those Deco Art Extreme Sheens. Look at that, how that's not sticking to my plate. Oh no, what have we done? Is that the paint? I don't want to mix it too much. That doesn't look good. Is it my roller? Oh Lord, I can't take another technical difficulty. Let's see what this looks like. I'm going to do that on black since it's so light. So anybody that's come in lately or that may be lurking and don't know the code, Summer 25. Get you 25% off the entire iStencil's website. They probably have close to 4,000 designs now. It's huge. And you don't see 25% off an entire site of anything ever. I've never seen another other than Sherry stencil sales like that. I've never seen another stencil sale offering that much off of everything. So take advantage if you want to. Three months. Good Lord, Jamie. That's crazy. That's a really pretty color. There's a little bit of sheen in there. I don't know if it'll be more shimmery when it dries or if it was just too much of the opaque light color that made it all kind of fade out. Pick this up. I like that design though. Huh, I need to pick more of that up. Let's pick it up on here. Okay. All right, let's take this. This is pretty dry. Yeah, you can see some of that green popping out down through this way, Z. Let's take, oops. This is the one for the ATC lovers right here. ATC Mixed Media 1. It's got a bunch of different designs. Let's do, get another big wipe. And again, not too sopping wet so it doesn't run under and schmutz up the design by getting water underneath of it. This may not have been a good one to pick because of how fine the design is. Although some of it's lifting. It still doesn't lift near as easy as the Yupo. But I like this ghosting look. The Yupo, I mean, you pretty much end up going back to white on that one. And if you stop in between, it's kind of smeary. But these, you just get a little ghost of that. You just get a little, very subtle shadow in there. Let's do this one up here. You can see that lifting through there. Right? Pretty cool. And then, remember we said before, like when you got this paint on here, try to rub it back through a stencil for a real ghostly kind of an effect. Wiping it from the baby wipe back onto the paper. How clever. I saw it somewhere. I didn't make it up. So I'm not that clever, which we all kind of knew in the first place, but that's okay. This one is called Channels. Let's see what this baby prints like. Oh, I know what I wanted. I know what I wanted. Hold on. There it is. A little bit of copper. Let's do a gradient on this one. Which one did I say I was going to use? Oh, this one. I guess we can do. Oh, you know what? The gradient would look better on one that's more like this one. This is called chicken wire. Let's do a little something different here. That's phthalo. This is golden liquid or fluid. Phthalo turquoise and a little blue green. I want the green blue. Doesn't sound like it would be a different, but it is. It's a little different. And then up here in the corner, let's do a little copper. I like this combination. Of course, it's all about me and what I like. Ever, never. All right. I forgot to change my shirt. I hope I don't get this one all messed up. The technical difficulty really flustered me, and I got it on my whole plan for what I was going to do and when. Oh, went out the window, including changing clothes. So now let's do this up here in this corner. And now let's try to get this. I don't think I have enough of that down here. I'll try to make do. There we go. Chicken wire, here we come. Let's see what we got. Let's do that on deli. There you go. That's kind of cool. I like where they overlap and blend a little bit. In this one in here. And over here where they start to blend up with the copper. And the copper pulled up a lot of stuff that was on the plate. Groovy. Mama liked that one. I'll try to clean out these holes. That's one of my favorite combinations, Glenda. It's really a cool design. Usually this copper dries so quickly. Oh, that looks like I got a little bit of a print there. Oh yeah, I did. Got that print. And this one. I really like this one. Where that copper came in, this coloring in there, that turquoise or the shimmer paint, where it started to blend up with. I really like that. I like it. Oh, I didn't. Let me do this. Let me put this down and wipe the back of this off. And I'm betting no copper comes up on this. Of course, I was wrong the last time I said that, wasn't I? Very little. Saying, oh, look at that. I was right. Mark this day on your calendar. Okay, this is going to be a good cleanup print. Actually, I might do that now. I'm going to let this dry for a second. Yes, I am. And I'll show you, what time is it? 5:40. Okay. I'll show you some more of these designs. I won't get to them all today. I plan to be back on tomorrow at noon Eastern. But like I said, we got a contractor coming over. I'm not sure when they'll finish up. And I don't want to be down here while they're upstairs, especially with Oakley supervising. Never good. He's a big spender. But what I don't get to demo here today, I'll do tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. So everybody will see everything. But this one's cool. Look at this mask. And you can cut it apart, of course. I like this one. I mean, they're all cool, but this one I really like. Those little stripes on it. Let me show you these other ones while I'll wait for that to dry, because I'm going to do that cleanup print and then I'm going to call it for today. This is angled. Let me get a piece of black paper. This one's angled. Oh, the artist coins. Yeah, Z, I didn't even think about that. Oh, you're so smart. Angled triangles. This is a wide open one. This one's called pipe worked circles. This one is called propelled scattered. That one's cool. This one's, they're all cool. Tribal trellis. This one is variety. It says verity, but I think that's supposed to be variety, and I'm not sure because I'm not that smart. And this one, what is this one called? Here it is on the outside of this one. Mixed media cappuccino. How cute does that mean? Gosh, there's a lot still. Twigged. They look like little sticks. And abstract duo 2. They can be cut out so you have one that's what, that's about a 6x6, maybe 5. I don't know. Now, where the heck did the freebie go? I have a freebie here somewhere. Where are you? Another freebie. Well, isn't that a hell of a note? I haven't left my seat. And yet, it is not here. What the hell? Well, you guys saw it at the beginning, right? Like, how far could it be? Okay, pardon me while I rummage around in the newly created piles. How is that possible? Say it isn't so. I'll have to get Sherry to send me a picture of it so I can at least show the picture. Oh, here it is. It's hung up here with some of this stuff. It's hung up on that. Okay. This is the freebie. It's like one of her bookmarks. Thanks, Eileen. What an asshole. probably some 52-year-old short, fat, bald guy living in his mother's basement. I shouldn't say that because there are some short, fat, bald guys that are very nice. I'm an asshole. Oh, and there's 2 of them, which I didn't notice. So don't lose 2. But here's the freebie for $50 orders after discount. Thanks, Eileen. Kick some ass, girl. These can all be cut out if you'd like to cut them out. I got that little tiny tab there. You don't want, it looks like you can just pull it, but don't do that. It's really strong Mylar and it could tear the design. But if you cut those little tiny tabs out, there's just a few of them. Then you can use each one of these individually, which depending on the project you're working on might make it easier. Right? Especially if you're doing bookmarks. Get off of there. There you go. Right? After discount, Glenda. It's after the discount. The code is summer25, right? $50 after discounts for your order will get you this one free. Here's all the business you need to know. iStencils.com. If you're looking for these new designs, look under my Patty Parrish heading and you'll see Jones Stencils. Jones' name is Joan Smithies for those who don't know. The numbers on her stencils all say JS whatever, 001, 057, whatever it is. But they're under my heading. And this summer 25 discount is for the entire website, which is probably close to 4,000 stencil designs. Tons of stuff out there. And what else? Yeah, that sale goes through Sunday, the 11th of August until midnight Eastern. And then that code goes away. So there it is. I hope you guys, thank you for sticking around, the ones of you that did, when I was an hour and 5 minutes late due to technical difficulties. And Jean, the musical scrapper, thank you for coming to my rescue yet again. The more I'm thinking about it, I think that automatic update that happened that I didn't do, it just did it on its own. My computer sat for a few days. Must have bumped out some of the settings, so it was not acknowledging my microphone or my camera. So anyway, finally got that figured out. So I will see you tomorrow at noon, and I will post. I know, Peg, right? No problem meeting the minimum. I will post. If I can't stream then because of my contractor being here, then I will post an alternate time, but I will stream at some point tomorrow. I didn't want to step on anybody's toes for the times that people regularly stream on Friday, and yet I'm not aware what that is exactly. So I thought noon was a good time. I thought somebody told me, so I'm going to try to make noon work. So anywho, all right, guys, I'm going to run for now. I appreciate it. Summer 25. Have some summer stencil fun. Like, how corny was that? But you know what I mean. All right, guys.